Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the first of 3 legs of a special trip. We've been asked to fly this brand new Airbus A320neo in Topa Sky colors down to the Topa base in Cairns, Australia. It's going to take three legs to get there. Today is the first leg. It's about 5 o'clock, well, 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. We're in Toulouse, France, at the Airbus factory. And we're going to take the plane here. We're going to fly to Dubai. And that's the first leg. It's a 6.5 hour leg. Should be interesting. We have no passengers on board. There's about 1,500 pounds of gear for the aircraft and manuals and stuff like that in the holds. And me and the co-pilot. That is it. So we fly from here to Dubai on this flight. The next one is Dubai to Singapore, and then the last one is Singapore to Cairns. So our flight today takes us, I'll just pull up my other map, will take us westwards along the northern coast of the Mediterranean, across southern Italy, Greece, down across Cyprus, through Lebanon, across Iraq, down the Persian Gulf into Dubai. And again, that's 6.5 hours. The sun is rising, so we should get a beautiful sunrise as we head out. So let's jump in the aircraft and get ready to go. All right, we're inside. Just grabbing my checklist. So let's get this thing powered up. And
Plan have ground Skyways 112 IN
Oh.
or to Dubai ready to copy.
no, I don't want you.
Skyways 1123 is clear.
Don't want you. Forgot I had that on from my last flight. You can be quiet. Thank you. And
Dubai Airport is
no,
filed.
I did.
Take off runway 3, 2 left climb, and maintain 6,000 feet.
Let me just make sure that took, and that's just a leftover. ATC voice is off. Very nice.
Departure frequency is ONE 21.25 squawk 3446.
Oh, be quiet. All right, I'm gonna have to find.
Delivery, hello, Speedbird 3 Zulu Lima. We're on Bravo 31 on Airbus A320.
It is dark in here.
Tango QNH
Where is, first of all,
request clearance, London
oh,
Heathrow.
it's Vipers.
3 Zulu Lima, hello, runway 28 Heathrow, Baby 3 Whiskey, 5,000 feet, squawk 3014.
Okay, London Heathrow, runway 28, Debit 3 Whiskey departure. Time 5,000 feet.
That's what I want.
3014, and we're very shortly ready. We'll call you. Speedbird 3 Zulu Lima.
And where
Roger,
is the
report ready and
dome
information
lights?
mixture is turned.
There we go.
Okay, we'll go. Speedbird 3
Get some light in here. Then we can start getting everything ready. First thing we're going to do is get the adheres aligning. And we're going to go through. Get some instrument lighting up. Now, I've already pre-programmed the flight plan because doing it by hand with the number of nav points and waypoints and stuff that we will be going through would take me this side of forever. So, not gonna worry about that too much. Okay, so these are all up. Flight level today is going to be 31,000 feet.
Stand Alpha 09, formation Victor, Airbus 320, request clearance.
So that is all
Confirm
set.
Edelweiss 34 November.
Negative, Edelweiss 62
Into the
November.
weather.
Edelweiss 62 November, hello, runway
It is
28.
2994
5,000 feet, squawk 3005.
right now, but we're
With
in
Nvidia runway
Europe.
28, Debit 3 Whiskey, 5,000 feet, squawk 3005.
But it won't let me
Ready,
change
Edelweiss
while it's
62
running. So 2994, and we'll switch over to QNH. It's fine. It's the weather set. Now, let's set up the aircraft here. So again, brand new airplane. It's coming out of its test flights. and everything's good. So we're going from LFBO, which is Toulouse in France, to OMDB, Dubai. Alternate, we do have an alternate. It is, let's pull up my flight plan. OMAA. I think that's Amman. In Jordan, not sure. Our flight number is FL9020. Cost index is 25. Flight level is 310. That's all good. That's all good. We are full of fuel, everything. So we're carrying as much as we can. Our endurance is 7 hours. Our flight time should be just under 6.5. So we've just got enough. So we go to our flight plan. We are departing on runway 32 left. Winds here in Toulouse are out of the west. On the Guy 5B departure, which is perfect. And so far at Dubai, we have us coming in on runway 21 right on the Vuti 3E arrival. So we should be okay coming in. Everything should work out fine. And if we go, well, we're not going to be able to do the full route.
We are fully ready.
It's one
We can do part of the route. See, we head out, well, you're going to see in chunks, but we head out, and as we go through, keep heading basically east. That's down over Italy, that's the Mediterranean, down over like Iraq, all the way down, and we head more southeast, and we come down into Dubai, and we do this kind of S-turn approach as we lose altitude into Dubai. So that all looks good. We can go back to there. Should be a pretty uneventful flight. We'll put in our flaps 1 for takeoff, and we'll readjust our V speeds. So 129, 134, and 137. Thrust reduction altitude is 1993. Alright, so let's go down the panel. Get everything set up. So DIRs are aligning. They're all good. Flight controls are good. They're all set. All set there. Crew oxygen supply can go on. APU fire test. Good. Engine 1. And engine 2. Engines are good. Hydraulics are good. We'll turn on the fuel pumps now. Get them ready. Electrics are good. We're on external power. Cabin air. We'll get going. We'll put it on low in the back. There's nobody there, but if we have to go out, get some coffee or whatever, or use the washrooms, it'd be nice to have it sort of warm in there. Wings, probe heats, they're all fine at the moment. We're good. Put the nav light on so they know we're working up here. I'm actually going to turn the beacon on as well because we're going to get the APU up and running. We've got ground power, but we don't have enough to start, obviously, the aircraft. And that's all good there. We'll come down to the main panel. Radios are set. Floodlights are set. We'll turn off that overhead when we're ready to go. Weather radar should be working better now that we have Rex WeatherForce injecting weather for us, which for some reason just stopped. So let me get that going again. It has this habit of crashing out. I'm going to move it to where I can get a better look at it. I had it under the sim, so I'm going to put it on the screen so I can see if it does that easily.
Request is clearance.
Call say again, call sign.
What's our Aeroflot 2487?
Aeroflot 2487, hello,
Move this
runway
over.
28, cleared Moscow, Deckers 2 Whiskey, 5,000 feet, squawk 3007.
Some of the other
Clear to
stuff.
Moscow, runway 2, Deckers 2 Whiskey, 5,000 feet,
1307 Airport 2487, we are
So that's all stuff. We'll put on the predictive wind shear.
Roger, Victor Kurt,
Fine,
full start up, standby,
cabin door and all else is coming on board. 7,000 is set in the box for our TCAS. Parking brake is set. So we are all good with that. So flaps open. So let's get the APU up and running. We can get ready to go. Those lights are flickering. That's fine. If I turn you down a notch. You're still flickering. So the sun was starting to come up. I could see a little bit of lightning in this lightening, not lightning, in the sky over there. So we should be good. All right. So the weather's back on. Yeah, winds are 10 knots out of the west, so it should be a fine takeoff. No issues. So we're just waiting for the adheres to align, and we can get on our way. So while we wait for that, we'll go through our pre-start checklist. So, parking brake is set, chocks have been removed, ground power is connected, throttle levers are at idle, engine master is off, batteries are on and reading good, generator switches are on, external power is on, adheres are set to nav and have aligned, panels are set, nav lights are on, beacon is on, landing gear lever is confirmed down, flaps are confirmed up, spoiler is confirmed retracted, fuel quantity is check. Fasten seat belts, no smoking is on. The ice we do not need, transponder is set, beacon lights are on, emergency lights are armed. FMC is
delivery Jetby 963 ready for engine.
Departure briefing is complete.
Jetby
Doors are
963, Roger. For startup, standby 121755. They will call you for startup clearance.
Pull up my map.
It's 12175 Jetby 9.
Airport here. So
Negative,
we can get our way out.
12175.
So we're going off
12175.
32 left. 32 left, that is correct. So it's not a long taxi. Not a long taxi at all. So I'm just gonna go outside for a sec. And I just want to get a look at where we are. Alright, so we want to push back and then tail to the left immediately to get us around. Alright. So I think we are pretty much ready to go. APU is available, so APU can come on, disconnect the external power, and we will get our pushback going, and an immediate turn to the left. Now ideally the Airbus factory is on the other side, but they haven't modeled any of the gates over there for us to go to, which is why we're sitting over here. But this is pretty much a straight out taxi. The end of the runway is just over there. Okay, so we go straight, and thank you very much. Parking brake can go on. And Right, we are good for engine start. So APU bleed is on, APU set, thrust levers are in idle, area is clear, fuel pumps are on, starting engine number 1.
Shamrock 105, monitor tower 118.6.
Monitor 118.6, Shamrock 105, second.
Shamrock 64 Hotel, pushing to approved, tug release point Sierra.
Push set approved, tug release point Sierra, Shamrock 64 Hotel.
Alright, the engine's up, engine is stable. Starting engine number 2.
Ryanair 5 Hotel Victor, taxi Hotel 1, left turn, enter runway 16, hold short runway 28.
Hotel 1, F16, short 28. Right,
All right, engine's coming up. Engine is stable. APU comes off. APU is turned off. Engine mode selector to normal. So probes and window heat come
Shamrock
on.
15 November, taxi Bravo, Mike 2, hold
Heading
short runway
indicators,
34,
altimeters are set.
Okay, Bravo, Mike
Standby
2, hold short runway
instruments
34, second stand 312, Shamrock 15 November.
are set. Radios and avionics are set. Autopilot is set. Flight directors come on. Auto brake set to max. Flaps go to the first notch. Trim 1 up. And flight controls. So it's full left, full right, neutral, full back, full forward, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. And that is our flight controls
Shamrock
done.
15 November, Mimic taxi, taxi Hotel
Kill
2, hold
the
short runway
dome
34.
light.
Okay, Hotel 2, hold short runway 34, Shamrock 15 November.
Put on our taxi lights. And we are ready to taxi. Parking brake is off. Head over to the taxi line. And it's a short hop to the runway here. We should have been across the way there, but unfortunately it's not modeled in the default airport.
Shamrock
We did try to
15
get in
November,
there.
continue taxi, cross runway 34, Hotel 1, link 4, apron 4, stand 312.
Cross runway 1634, Hotel 1, link 4, apron 4 to 312, Shamrock 15 November.
Not sure where that flickering light is coming from. we're going to cross runway 32 right, which starts a bit further back to our left. And we're going to 32 left, which starts directly ahead of us. So we're cleared to cross. I don't see any aircraft coming in. Flickering is annoying.
Atari 096, you are fully ready now.
Atari 096, roger, line up and wait on
Not
runway
exactly
28.
sure what that is. I believe it's the first time I've seen it. But here we are, runway 32 left. Parking brake is set. So flight instruments are checked. Engine instruments are checked. V1 speeds are checked. 129, 134, 137. Navigation equipment is checked. Landing lights are on. Strobe lights are on. Probes heats are on. De-ice is not required. Transponder is RA. Speed brake is armed. Takeoff check. And just for completion.
Camera crew seats for takeoff, please.
Alright. So roll forward onto the runway. Well, it's not the floodlights.
Orange
Someone's
9777,
watching
Bird
a
Tower, hello, line
bad
up and wait
late
runway
night movie
28,
on black and
fully
white
ready.
TV or something.
Wait, let me,
Center line's over here. Alright. Here we go. Chrono is running. %. Steady, 10° down on the stick. Throttle to flex. Brakes off. Airspeed's alive. 60 knots. Knots, neutralize pressure. 120. V1. Rotate. Slow rotation to 17.5 degrees. Positive rate. Gear up. And hold the climb.
Hello, 160.
Flight director. Climb levers to climb thrust, or thrust levers to climb. Nose down for acceleration. And flaps up.
441, climb level 130. Climb level 130,
Aircraft is accelerating. Making our turn out. And start our climb. 250 knots. Autopilot is engaged.
Departure, hello, it's Logitech 901. Just passing out your 2,500 feet to review 1 Golf.
Logitech 901, good morning, climb 130.
Flight level 130,
Spoilers.
Logitech 901.
Unarmed. Landing lights will come off at 5,000. It's 5,000 feet. Landing lights off. Strobes are on. Beacons on. Wing lights. Taxiway runoff lights can come off.
Hey guys, flying for Uniform Whiskey 2000 for flight level 60, Falcon.
EG54 Uniform Whiskey, today climb level 130.
130 is fine for you.
7,000 feet.
Departure today, Florida 792, passing 2000, flight level 60.
For 702, hello, climb flight level 130.
Now we're in the
Flight level
clouds.
130, Florida 792.
So we're climbing out. Thrust levers are on climb, autopilot is on, taxi lights are off. Transition altitude,
call 127310.
standard.
7310 now, 1710, thank you, bye.
Seatbelt sign can stay on since there is nobody in the back. A little bit of turbulence. We're accelerating again to 320 and starting our late stage climb. And in a minute we are going to start our turn
X-ray, descent of a 340 and
eastwards.
Okay, thank you.
And that will take us down towards the Mediterranean. And there we are. Wow. What a gorgeous morning as we poke through the clouds. Picked up a little bit of ice in the clouds, not too much.
Air France 253 at level 360.
Air France 253, hello, direct
Look
to
at that
Lima,
sky.
Uniform Lima.
Direct Lima, Uniform Lima, Air France 253.
Sorry, my mistake, make it direct Hotel Oscar Charlie instead. Air France 253, make it direct Hotel Oscar Charlie instead, please.
Say again the point?
Hotel Oscar Charlie.
Looking great.
Hotel Oscar Charlie, Air France 253,
So,
thank you.
we're on our way. We're climbing through 15,000 feet. We've got about 6.5 hours to go. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a long flight. We'll show you some sights along the way, and I'll catch up to you as we start our descent into Dubai. See you in a bit. Welcome back. Hope you've been enjoying the flight. We are now, let's see, 6 hours and 13 minutes into it. So I've been looking at the FMS and the nav data, and it seems that this descent information is accurate to the approach plate I've been looking at, all the way down to where we would capture the ILS. So, and then we've got the descent marker on the PFD. So I am going to let it do its thing. Now there's no, the speeds are in here as well, 230, 210. Flight level's off, but we'll start our descent down to 10,000, which is where we got to be, or below 10,000, hence the minus sign. So 210, 185, it's all there. So we're going to give it a try, see what happens. So I'm going to start the descent. We're going down about 20,000 feet, so I should be able to handle it. I will turn the speed back into manage mode when we go to start the descent, and I'll just let it handle it and see what happens. We're out over the Persian Gulf. Let's put this chart away for a second. Kind of we've just on our right, we've just passed Qatar. So we're facing the UAE, and we are, well, you can see it showing on the screen. The airport's just about 140 miles in front of us. So we've got that little S-turn as we go into the approach to bring us in. But we're looking good. So far, it's been a pretty good flight. Well, sun's up. Not sure what the local time is, but I mentioned 6.5 hours roughly for the flight. It'll be a little bit more than that. We should be on the ground shortly. So we should be doing pretty good.
Aircraft type Airbus 333.
The top of the descent's now about 20 miles out.
Expected time of crossing at 14. Report sighting and passing if possible.
So we've now flown 2,733 nautical miles. We've used 17,710 kilograms of fuel. And it's 6 hours, 24 minutes from pushback, 6 hours, 16 from when we rolled onto the runway for takeoff. And we're almost there. This is a pretty long flight. Longest flight I've done. I'm sure there'll be some 787 flights when we get there that'll be longer, but this has been a pretty good one. So as soon as we hit 80 miles on that, start the descent. There's 87. Might as well get her going. I guess we'll set 10,000. What is the intercept altitude? 3,000 feet. Okay. Let's take this down to 3,000. That's in we've gone into open descent mode, so I'm gonna come out of that. It's not right. See if that's going to do that again. Yeah, she's got us diving down. I'm not sure why she's doing that. So I think I'm going to manage altitudes again. So we'll go to 10,000 feet. Start get everything set up. So we're on a descent.
20, and be looking out and call you passing the traffic advice 71.
Right, 71, report clear of the traffic.
We'll call you.
So 250. It's still not working. I'm gonna have to look that up, see if it actually does work and I'm not doing it right, but we'll see. It's gonna go back to the approach. I'll leave the nav on. It can do the navigating. So let's go down and get our approach set up. So I'm gonna pull up the weather currently in Dubai. Alright, I want... Let's get the weather Dubai. There we go. So 1012 is the QNH. Current temperature 30 degrees. Ceiling and visibility is unlimited. Winds are 090 at 4 degrees. Transition altitude 5,000 feet, I believe. Let's see if there's anything on the chart. Yeah, we'll go 5,000 feet. And 111 feet is our decision altitude. There we go. So we're doing good. We're on a descent. So we've got 50 miles to go. We're to 70,000 feet per minute, 250 knots. So that's 4 miles for every 1,000 feet. We got to go 12,000. 12 times 4 is 40. That's roughly what we need. So I'm just gonna see. Well, there are some videos on YouTube. I'll have to check them out. See if I was doing anything wrong, which there's a very good chance I was. Anyway, we're going to continue the descent, and I'll pick up with you when we start in on our approach. So we're at 12,000 feet. You can see well, Dubai ahead of us. I believe Dubai is a handcrafted airport, so it should be pretty detailed. So we got to be 230 at VTEP. So we're going to start slowing her down. Down a little bit more, and at our next waypoint we've got to be at 7,000. So as soon as we make this turn, I'm going to crank this to 7,000. Right on.
Mauritius 18, level is 180. Approaching Sobat, and we are ready for descent, and I got the visual if possible for you. Approaching Sobat in 2 minutes.
Speed's at 230.
So Sobat on Romeo, and runway 14, Mauritius 18, and we are cleared on level 150.
Speed's below 230. Landing lights, come on. Landing system will come on. Fuel quantity, fuel is checked. Flaps and gear are up. So this is 7,000 feet. The one after that, DB401, is 6,000 feet. And we'll hold that through this turn, and then we drop to 3,000 feet so that we're at 3,000 for rec, or REREC. Re-reek, however you want to pronounce it. So at DB402, out here we got to be down to 210. And then here at Solil, it's 185. And I see the spire there. Now the interesting thing is that the other approach has, you can split and do the same thing on the other side coming in like that, so I guess you'd use that for the other runway. If I can remember which runway we're landing on.
The Mauritius 749 is passing 10,000.
Oh, we're landing, yeah, the right one. I guess for the left one you'd use the other one.
1014. PNILS team approach runway 14, report gap key.
Descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, cleared island,
heading down
runway
to
14,
7,000
position,
feet.
gap key, Mauritius 749.
A few miles to go, so we can ease that descent a little bit. That's the airport over there. We should be able to see some of the Dubai sights as we come in. Some of the buildings and everything. Pretty distinctive Yeah. I'm not sure. There, I think that's Palm Island out there in front of us there. Looks like a big palm tree. There's a bunch of the Burj Khalifa and all that stuff should be visible. We'll see. We're going to be flying that way in a minute. So the winds aren't bad. It was 070 at 4, I think. Alright, so as soon as we make that turn, we'll drop to 6,000. There we go. So 6,000 it is.
Position gap E3 8,500 feet.
6,000.
Roger, contact Tower 118.1, good day.
Tower 1, good day, Mauritius 749.
Started to see some of the buildings popping up there. I think they're all auto-gen. Not sure how much they did when they did the work at the airport. Alright, 6,000's coming up. Alright, we're on to the next waypoint, so speed comes back to 210. Seatbelt signs on, although there's nobody in the back. Radios are set. Speed established to 210. Landing lights checked on. Taxi lights checked on. Ground spoilers are armed. Auto brake set for 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. Going down.
Ready 313, request descent.
Descent 7,000 feet, QNH 1021, Saradi 313.
Descent into 7,000 feet, QNH 1021, Saradi 213.
We'll hold through the turn, but as we go through the turn, we're going to drop our speed to 185. We're picking up the ILS. And there's the turn, speed coming back to 185. Once we get established on the other side, we'll go to flaps 2. Perhaps a little early on the speed, but it's all right. I'm going to start heading back out to sea. Click over, there we go. And when we click over from Solil, we'll drop her to 3,000.
Charlie 313, field inside, request good approach.
Proceed for a direct approach, runway 11 and Continue descent, 1201.
Visual approach, feedback tower 120.1 for runway 11 ready 313.
Alright, so we're through the turn, flaps 2. So we're in the approach. Oh no. 145 will be our approach speed. Alright, we're going up to our next point. So 3,000 feet.
Five Alpha Mike Romeo, radar, clear for the approach, descend at 7,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Cleared for the approach, QNH, descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1020. I'll call you Alpha Mike Romeo. Level out 2 miles, and then we make our turn inbound for the approach fix. There we go. So in about 6 miles we hit the capture point for the approach or the arrival.
Morning, Mauritius 749, position gap key, passing 8,500 feet for 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Just 749, so report 8 miles final.
8 miles final left, Mauritius 749.
3,000 feet coming up. We are a fair distance out still. 19.5 miles. Glide slope is indicating. Localizer is indicating. Should make a slight right-hand turn when we hit re-reek. I guess we're dealing with the wind. So pet of, I will turn on the approach. And at DB 657 is where we should intercept the glide slope. And there's some of Dubai over there. So the runway we're landing on is displaced a little bit further than the left runway. You can see the left one there. We're going for the right one there.
749 is 8 miles ILS, runway 14.
Sure, 749, wind 200 degrees, 9 knots, runway 14, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 14, Mauritius at 749.
Alright, there's Petov, so approach mode on. Glide slope is moving. Localizer is captured. Starting to come back. And there's the glide slope. Speed back to 145. Third notch flaps. And gear down.
Saturday 311, clear to land runway 11, wind 040 degrees, 2 knots.
And flaps
clear to land 11, Saturday 311.
Speed brake set, flaps are down, gears down, 3 green. Everything is done, and for the sake of completeness,
cabin crew seats for landing, please.
Alright, we're on localizer, we're on glide slope. Speed is set, 145. And there's an aircraft departing. We're going to go down to well, our parking area is down on the right at the far end, so we'll get off at whatever high speed we get off at, and then we will go from there. But there's Dubai, everybody. lot of brown. Khalifa's around there somewhere. I think that's it down there. Right around there. Yeah, coming in over the buildings. That other aircraft is there. You can see he's turned back. There he is over there. Got another one. Looks like that guy's got his transponder going.
Saturday 313, however, proceed left-hand please, runway 11, wind 04 degrees, for knots, QNH 1021, report left-hand please.
Now approaching
bumpy over the buildings.
11 QNH 1021, Saturday 313.
Wow, that's a big airport.
500.
Landing.
400. 300. 200.
Yeah, I think we're getting a lot of thermals off the ground. That heat.
100.
Autopilot off.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Flaring. A little bit of a float.
Retard, 5.
Hold it. And we're down. Reverser's on. Wow. Got a real good float going there. 60 knots. Reverser's off. We'll take this exit. Auto brake off. Smooth landing once I got her under control. This is where we're headed, down at the far end. Alright. So spoilers are retracted, flaps are retracted, engine mode selector is normal. APU master on. Landing lights, strobe lights, taxi lights to on, de-ice not required, APU is up, brake temperature is green, flaps open, APU start.
Alpha Charlie Hotel Tower, clear to land runway 11, wind 060 degrees for knots.
Clear to land,
Transponder goes to standby. Now we're heading down here. Itinerant parking for large aircrafts, I believe. Elevator trim goes back to takeoff position. So we're going to park over here somewhere in front of these buildings here. There you go, 6 hours and 52 minutes flight time. We'll be about 7:10 by the time we get to the gate. turn in here at the next one. And then we'll just park it. They can tow it somewhere if they need to. Ready to turn in so taxi light can come off.
Romeo Alpha Mike Romeo Tower, clear to land runway 29, wind 060 degrees 6 knots.
Pull her forward.
Clear to land runway 29, Alpha Mike Romeo.
And we can just put her halter right here. Alright, so parking brake on. APU is available, so APU can go on. And the engines can come off. I'll turn the strobe off. Beacon can come off. Leave that on. And they can all come off. Well, guys, thank you very much for flying with us on this rather long flight. We are here in Dubai, and we will see you for the next leg, Dubai to Singapore. Bye for now.